Hey folks, welcome to Top 3 in Cybersecurity. This is a bite-sized view of 3 of the most important news stories in cybersecurity this week, and we'll jump right in. So coming in at number 1 this week is a research report out of Troy Hunt, and this is about one of the largest credential dumps in history. The Naz.API dump has appeared this week with an overwhelming 70 million leaked credentials, and the most shocking part of this credential dump is the fact that 23 million of these email addresses have never been seen in the wild before. So that means for the first time, 23 million people out there now have their usernames, passwords exposed out in the wild. Now, if you're not already, this is your weekly reminder. Turn on MFA anywhere that it matters, and make sure that you have a username, password in a password manager. You're using a strong password that's unique for each website. And most of these password managers nowadays have a feature to help scan and identify any compromised credentials. Make sure you're using those, check them, and remediate any accounts where you're finding that. Now, also the Have I Been Pwned website is a great resource to check, see what credentials may have been leaked in the wilds. I'll provide a link to that in the post, but I encourage you to check that out. Now, coming in at number 2 this week is a broad exploitation of one of the worst types of devices that have a vulnerability, the VPN concentrator. Now, this week, a security research firm, Velocity, has identified over 1,700 Ivanti VPN devices that have been compromised in the wild. These come from a single threat actor, and this threat actor has gained access to a web shell on these devices and may be able to move laterally within the organization. Since these devices provide a service that it just has to be exposed to the public internet, exploitation of these types of vulnerabilities can happen very quickly. And that unfortunately seems to be the case here, as Ivanti published a mitigation that for the 0 day pretty much almost immediately, and it doesn't seem to have been broadly applied. So with this widespread exploitation, it's important to immediately apply for that mitigation Avanti's provided and run the integrity checker. And if that does pop, you need to assume that you've been compromised and enact your security plans for compromise. Now, coming in at number 3 is a similar report from another public-facing device, Sonic Firewalls. Now, this report from Bishop Fox identifies that 178,000 Sonic firewalls are vulnerable to 2 published vulnerabilities, resulting in a denial of service attack on the management interface. Yeah, the management interface that apparently has been exposed to the public internet for 178,000 firewalls. Folks, don't do this. This is a bad practice. Your management interface should only be exposed internally, behind VPN, internal network, whatever you want to do, but don't put it out on the public internet. This is a bad practice, and you're asking for attackers to try and make use of this. So luckily, there aren't any exploits in the wild. It does seem to mostly be disruptive to the firewall, but please take your management interfaces off the public internet and move on from this. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope everyone enjoyed the bite-sized view of cybersecurity news, and I'll catch everyone next week.